where it says present.
That's what I'm looking for. There we go. All right.
Meeting of the minds.
I know it does take a little bit. So, hey guys, good morning. Can y'all hear me okay?
Morning.
Good
Okay.
morning,
Yes.
all.
So we're just going to go ahead and dive into this because that's how we're going to do the trainings. We're not going to like lollygag around when it starts, it starts. So we're just going to go over this. So we're going to kind of explain to you what we're doing, why we're doing it. And I've lost my glasses. And
We want to introduce who you are.
yeah, so
Maybe
I guess we'll
some
do
of our
that.
team
So,
doesn't know who you are,
Yeah.
probably.
I thought that would probably be a good idea. Well, I think that we should all four introduce ourselves, and then that way, then we'll get started. So, since I'm already yakking, my name is Cheryl Wyatt. I'm an advanced director. My recruiter is Jill Johnson, and I think we're all under Pam Stukowski. So, but yeah. So, and I've been with Pampered Chef like 23 years.
Okay.
Next.
I'm Kelly Moore. I am from the state of Wisconsin under Pam as well. And I've been with Pampered Chef for 21 years and I have some big goals this year. So that's why we're here. Go, Sarah.
Ditto to that. I am Donna Nelson. I've been with Pampered Chef 21 years and I'm a direct to Pam. An advanced director. I missed that part too.
Hey, everybody. I'm Sarah Cooter. I am an advanced director, also under Pam. Kelly is my upline, and I've been with Pampered Chef 6 years.
And she has big goals too.
Huge goals.
We all got big goals. If you,
Mhm.
you don't know, go check our Facebook page because where we want to be in 23.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Do we go ahead and get started?
Yes.
Okay. Totally going to read this off the script because none of this is memorized yet. So we're calling this for Consultants on the Rise to Director program. The purpose is we want to develop strong booking and recruiting skills to help consultants become more confident in the business and in themselves, and to create a ton of excitement and become a director or a fast track director if you are still in your first 90 days. And so we're going to start by kind of showing you, those things, but let's kind of go over some of the goals. And pop this in the chat, guys. Do you want to, and I know you all are directors, but let's just say leveling up. So what we're going to say on our regular calls are going to be like, who wants to promote to director, but do you want to promote to advanced director? So you answer all these questions in the chat. Are you willing to give 110% and be on all of these Zoom calls? Drop that in the chat too. Will you keep all scheduled group Zoom calls? Will you be committed to completing all of the call to actions within the identified time frame? Which we will all discuss this. And are you willing to have, because this is a requirement, a minimum of 14 virtual or cooking shows or a combination of both at the end of the booking boot camp so that you can move forward with the goal of 16 parties of whatever kind, or like 4 cooking, 8 virtual, again, combination of that. So I hope you have all dropped that in the chat right now. You can just say yes, 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 yes. And yep, awesome. So I'm seeing some of that so far. So, okay. So we are super excited. So I think you're really going to enjoy all of these takeaways. And because we've got a whole lot to give you and you've got a lot to get from it. And we will all reach out to you. Actually, just kind of skip that part, but we are super excited to have you on here, right? Yay, 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 clap, clap, clap. All right. So this program is actually divided into 2 phases. In phase 1, we're going to focus on the expectations, the requirements, booking and utilizing the tools provided to set the consultants and directors up for success. Phase 2 will focus on recruiting and meeting all the final requirements for you guys to promote to advanced director. Okay. Keep in mind, this is like to promote to a director, but we know that you're all our directors. So we're super excited that you are joining us for this kind of like mock core and mock elevate program. So are you all in? If you are all in, say I am in. If you are not, you have the you can leave. I don't know how to put it that way. You know, so if you're not in, you might not want to be here. Okay. All right, we've got a bunch of yeses.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Where's Dominique? Did she leave?
Nope, she's there.
There she is. There she
Oh,
is.
wait.
Okay. There she is.
She's
right.
on, she's getting ready. She has a wedding today that she's in.
Well, I've got it like consolidated. I'm only seeing 6 people and I'm like, where's Dominique? I missed her. Okay. I'm like, oh my gosh, did she leave?
She did. She's
Already?
like, bye.
I know. She's like,
Bye.
"Quit. I'm out of here. Okay. So, all right. Can you all see, and you can just nod, can you see my Elevate screen? Yes, yes. Look, and I like took y'all off the screen so I couldn't even see you nodding. So first we are going to kind of go over kind of like what I was saying and why I said it. Look, puppies all around. Okay. So we want to have at least 4 parties per week for the next 30 days. These are going to be our requirements. Again, this is a mock trial, but we are actually going to be doing all the work as directors and advanced directors because we want to go through the process before we have our team go through the process because we always want to be in front and be leaders. So 4 parties a week for the next 30 days. Support and working together. You're going to have a success, a full calendar, and a nice paycheck, earning between $800 to $1,200 a month, and guys, and more for probably us. And you must trust the process. Okay. All right. Will it let me just go next? Yes, I'm learning all this. Can y'all see where it says director benefits? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So we want to tell you about the benefits before we tell you about the requirements, right? Because you want to sometimes see the cake before you taste the cake because that cake looks awesome. So let me tell you a little bit about the director cake. So you're going to earn 250 Pampered Chef dollars. You're going to get a 3% pay increase on your personal sales, as well as a 3% override on your personal team sales. You're going to get a $10 activity bonus for each consultant that has at least 150 in sales that month, which guys, you may not think that's a lot, but trust me, when you've got a big personal team, that can make up, you know, a good chunk of your paycheck. Plus you're going to get a selection of New Seasons products. You know, we don't get them all the time, but we get a nice selection of them. All right. Are those benefits super exciting? Yes, yes. Yay,
Yes.
yay.
Woo!
All right. Woo! All right. So now let's talk about how you're going to get to director. We're going to talk about the requirements. And all of this, keep in mind, must happen in 1 month. All these things, all these boxes have got to be checked. The stars have got to align. The planets have got to align. But it is possible and you can do it. So you need to have at least 750 in personal sales. That is your shows, your orders, everything. It's personal sales. $5,000 in team sales, and that includes your personal sales. Okay. Then you need to have at least 5 team members, and all of those 5 team members must be active and have submitted at least 150 in sales. If you have all 5 team members and you have submitted 5,000 in sales and none of them are active, you will not promote to director. So you must make sure they are at least active that month. Okay. Does that all make sense? So comment in the Zoom chat what your favorite part of being a director, or when you promoted to director, comment in the chat what was your favorite part. And I believe Sarah is going to take it from here. So I'm just going to go back. Actually, we're going to kind of just, let's stop the share so we can see each other. Yay, that's so much better. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so we're going to talk about bookings. Bookings is the lifeblood of our business, no matter what level you're at. This is even more important to remember as you start heading towards leadership. There's a general rule that our founder, Doris Christopher, said, 8 and 2, no matter what. That's 8 parties. You will have a strong business to be a strong leader. You must understand and believe in the success. And to believe in your success starts with your bookings. When it comes to the virtual world, numbers double. So remember, this virtual stuff is all fairly new. So it used to be, our saying used to be 8 will make you great. And that was when we were doing basically only cooking shows. So if you want to do only cooking shows, you're going to, focus on doing 8 cooking shows, and you will still be in front of enough people. When it comes to the virtual world, however, those numbers double. And that is where our 14 to 16 parties come from. Virtual parties were typically lower in sales and have a higher flop or drop rate. That's why we're going to really instill that you go for 16 bookings if you're doing only virtual. 3 to 4 will drop or flop. So you will have at least the minimum of 12 shows in your month. I also want to remind you that as leaders, we never work to minimums. So start this journey always thinking higher and not working at the minimum level. With that said, our focus over the next 2 calls will be about bookings and building a strong show calendar. I need you to trust us, the activities assigned, and trust this entire process. And you will promote to leader by the promotion date. The ride will be fast. It will be exciting, maybe stressful at times, but it is so rewarding. So fasten your seatbelt and let's get ready to go for the ride. Let's go over your calendar and take a moment to identify the dates that you can work. Remember, 14 shows will ensure you have a consistent show calendar, but we need to account for life happening and book 16 as our goal every month. Identify how many you have and how many you still need. Highlight the dates you can work on your calendar. Your goal is to have every date filled in the next 2 weeks. And we will give you the tools to make that happen. Now look at each day of the week. What days can you seriously close the door to wherever it is that you work and set aside some focused Pampered Chef booking time? Write those times down on your schedule and time block it. Be intentional and focused during these next 2 weeks, and honestly, just moving forward altogether with the booking process will be key to booking schedule success. What you do with your business affects it 30 days, 60 days, and even 90 days from now. So don't give up. Be consistent and persistent with making time to send your booking messages and send the follow-ups that we will be talking about in these next 2 weeks. And Donna's going to take it from here.
Yes, we're going to go over tracking contacts. Tracking contacts is a critical to the booking process. I'm going to provide you with my tracking system. Executive Director Kelly Gore shares her system using a Dollar Tree notebook and some highlighters. There are multiple reasons we track our contacts. Number one, so we can see some of our progress. Sometimes we may feel like we've messaged a lot of people, but if we're tracking, we may realize it wasn't as many as we thought it was. Number two, we can write down replies, notes, check-ins as we move forward, which will make it easier for us to see who we can circle back around to later. Number three, it also helps when you hit the struggle bus and you reach out to your director for help and they see your tracker. If you're keeping up with it, they can learn how to help you better. Okay, here's how you will begin sending those first messages. You'll actually be going through your Facebook friends list and start with the A's, messaging 30 people a day until you get through the entire list of friends, tracking every name and follow up. And you will send the following message. Hey, blank, how are you? Did you see my exciting announcement on Facebook? I made a big decision to start my own Pampered Chef business, and I was curious if you would be up for letting me spoil you with our amazing rewards as being one of my first hosts. The party lasts about, and then insert your link for how long your party lasts, and it's super fun and convenient for everyone to pop in and out through their busy schedules. What do you think? Want to grab some friends this month and get spoiled with Pampered Chef? And of course, you can change it a little bit since I know a lot of y'all are not new, but there'll be some new people too. So, okay. And also, when you have went through all those and exhausted all your friends list, here are some options for those that you can send messages to. So the ABCs for generating leads document is what we've got to put together here. Email, email contacts, friend referrals, go through my contacts in PC and contact all past customers, out and about, pampering a business, LinkedIn, holiday cards list, wedding guest list, phone contacts and family reunions list. Anyway, it's really important to follow up with contacts and words like, hey girl, just checking see if you've got my message. What were your thoughts? So that's really, really important to circle back around, because you don't know who's sitting at a red light or who's trying to get dinner on the cable, or the kids are screaming or in the tub or what. So yeah, they might have checked your messages, but they didn't follow back up with you. That's why you need to say, hey girl, just checking to see if you got my message and what were your thoughts. Additional follow-up verbiage is going to be found on How Do I Book Parties, which will be giving you that too. Okay, and Kelly's going to take it from here.
Okay, so our call to action for week 1, which we're going to be kind of like modifying this anyway, because we're kind of trying to pick up the pace to have this all done so we can start this with our teams next month. So your call to action, and we will be sharing this in a group chat with you all. We're going to be making a group chat that we're going to be able to use over the next couple of weeks. So the first thing that's going to be in there is make and track all booking contacts in your booking contacts notebook. This is going to be a Loom video that you're going to be watching, and make sure that you're watching that. You might even need to watch it a couple of times. And you also can decide if you're going to be better as a paper person or a digital person. So you might be able to find a way to do that in a digital version as well. That's what I will probably be trying to do myself. You're going to be making at least 30 contacts per day at minimum. And we're giving you all the tools to be able to do that, all the ways. You're going to start with, the A's basically on Facebook and go from there. So there should be no reason that you can't find enough contacts. You're going to listen to booking, training, how to fill your calendar, and list the top 3 takeaways. So there's going to be a YouTube video that we will list for that. You are going to send rock star messages to every guest and current parties. Booking, training, and document with booking verbiage. We're going to list a How Do I Book Parties document. It's going to be embedded in this message. And that's what Donna was just talking about. And the last part that she said, that there's this document. So this is going to be where this document is. There's also in that document, it will tell you the birthday message training which we're going to encourage that too, is doing the booking messages as part of, your 30 contacts per day. That can be included in that. So we're going to give you an additional training if you'd like it. There's a conference call recording that you can all listen to. And we're going to list a graphic that as you guys book parties, if you choose to use this, you don't have to, but if you choose to use it, it's kind of a fun way to keep track. You can use this graphic, share it in the messenger group, and then we can check in with you. It's a way for us to check in with you. So it's kind of a cool, almost a booking scorecard, if you will. So we will give that graphic to you guys, and you can save it to your phone and then edit it. With I probably will use like Pit Collage, and be able to mark things off of it. So if you're going to do that, it's, save it to your phone, edit with check marks and dots as you book your parties, sign your recruits, get active, hit sales markers. It's going to be a really good visual for you to be able to do that. And then you'll be able to very easily see when you've hit those requirements to promote. Okay. All right. I think that's all. Yep. That's all I have on this one.
So what does everybody think? Is everybody super excited about this information that was shared? Are you guys ready to elevate your business with bookings? Drop it in the chat. Who's ready? And Cheryl. Ooh, yay,
Don's ready.
everybody's ready.
Mhm.
Yay. I'm definitely ready too.
Mhm.
So
So
we
to
will
kind-
get
I mean-
that. Yeah, we'll get that. Everybody sounds like they're ready. Yay. I'm so excited, you guys.
Does anybody got questions? None?
Pretty
What a
impressive.
quiet group.
I know. It's not normal.
Yeah,
we're,
we got
used to
people
this
that-
when we're talking to consultants.
Well, y'all, it
Were you-
is, 8:30 on a Saturday
Yeah.
morning.
Does everybody currently know, for you guys, does everybody currently know what the requirements are to promote to advanced director?
Mhm.
Well, let's see. Samantha, what do you think it is?
7,500 and
750.
is it still 750? Okay.
Yeah.
And then is it 12,000 for organizational and then 7,500 for personal team?
Still
then-
still
No.
750 for
Uh-huh.
yourself. You have to have 5,000 for your personal team.
Okay. I'll have to-
Your organization, which consists of what? What would make
All
you
your
have an
directors?
organization?
I get
You
all your downline.
You
Yeah.
need
At
one
least
director.
one director.
Oh, okay.
When
Cool.
you promote one director and you meet the 750 personal, 5,000 personal team, is it 12,000 or 12,500? It's 12,500.
12,000. No, it's
It's 12,000.
12,000.
12,000.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know why it's always, well,
So
in my
as an
mind, it seems-
entire organization, your director team and your director's team, all of it, 12,000 in sales.
So basically, if you meet your personal team requirements and you promote a director, that's $10,000. You need to just make sure that you've got another 2,000
2,000.
for, so you, and again, like working to minimums is kind of is not, you have to work to above minimums when you're going for the next levels. So, yeah, so you need to promote a director. And, which that's what this is going to help you do, because it's going to give you guys the skills about the bookings, because, we've heard it for 23 years, bookings, but there's bookings out there or we wouldn't be around for these, I don't know, there's 60, 70, maybe almost 80 years experience with the four of us. I was doing the math, and I know Sarah's doesn't have as many as, but anyway,
I'm the baby.
you are the baby. You are the baby.
I'm the baby.
So our
She
plan
is kind of
was-
a baby.
Yeah.
I know she was nursing them them adult beverages and PR.
That's right. Do what
She
I
had
do
her own
best.
bottle.
Yeah. So we're going to meet again next Saturday morning at 8, correct? Okay. So make sure that you've been working on your contacts, all that stuff, just stay closely and, sit tight with your director and make sure, you get all of the Loom videos watched, the YouTube video watched, print, I would probably print out that how do I book parties document, but do as much as you can this week. And then we'll talk again next Saturday. And, we might have to, like, the recruiting part of this that's going to come in a couple weeks. We're going to probably have to double that up to kind of get us through to the next. So we can start this with our group. And I mean, I guess you could give us some feedback too. You know what I mean? Like, did we, is it, I don't know. This is the program that's been working for Ellington Boyce, who just won Circle of Honor in recruiting by qualifying 53 new recruits last year. So obviously this works.
And
So-
her downline, Heather Miller,
Yep.
earned Circle of Honor with promote developing leaders.
Yep.
So,
So, and this is the program
this
that they're
works.
using.
This is what they use.
hmm
So why not have the best of the best of the best? And
Yeah.
some of this information that we've gotten is also, because I think the bookings one, if I'm right, there's some information from Stacy Itzel's organization as well. And Stacy Itzel is one of the best of the best. Is she has
Right.
a pretty top organization right up
She
there under
does.
Nancy Coe. So
Mhm.
and we're doing this too. So it's not like we are saying, okay, you guys do it, because this is how we learn too, and this is how we lead the way. And
Mhm.
with you guys doing it as leaders, this is how you will be leading the way for your team and things like that. And also the stuff that you're getting, push this down. If you've got, maybe work with some of your team members, actually not maybe, work with some of your team members that are on your top list to promote. Look at your organization. Okay, I'm gonna throw this in there. It's last second, but everybody needs to look at their organization and pick team members. Look at their sales, look at their activity, even and look and see how new they are. If they are brand new, you need to be working with those people as well. And, partnering with them and doing these booking things with them as well, and teaching them these skills as well. They of course won't be in our chat group, but you can develop your own chat group with them. And, just think of the success of those new consultants and, fast tracking some new consultants to director. So don't be like, oh my gosh, this is all me. Take this to your team and pick those ones out you want to work with to help them promote to director. Because that's kind of what we would be doing if this was just, consultants, senior consultants and team leaders in this. We would be working with them, identifying those people. So I just challenge, Teresa and Samantha, I'm just gonna let you know, I want you to identify team members that you want to work with to promote to director. So that's what I'm
I
gonna.
just wrote 5 names down.
Okay. Samantha will be like, that's all I got. I got 7. But Samantha, I
Oh,
want
Finding some
3.
new people.
I want
Right.
3 names from Samantha. Okay, she's gonna do
I
me
was
4.
just gonna
Okay.
say, and if you don't, and if you don't
No,
have,
I've only got 4 members. That's it, 4.
You don't? You've got more than that.
Hey, and you too, Jenny. And I want to say too, I've took overwhelming paperwork before and made it work and changed my life and my business around. Y'all don't take this information we have for granted. It can be life changing, if not for you, for somebody that, you can influence and you can help. So, don't just disregard what all we've gotten our hands on. This is life changing information that we've gotten our hands on. And I'm so grateful that we've got it. I've asked for this for several years since I've seen how just having the knowledge to do the virtual parties changed my life around. I wanted to help others. So we finally have this information. So y'all dive in, dig deep, take this seriously, and help your team.
Mhm. This is the moment that you really, really, really need to realize or get the belief that you need to in yourself. Because if you're not, you have to dig right now. You're digging, you're looking at, I always go back to looking at that belief triangle. Your belief determines your actions determine your results, and your results are going to reaffirm your belief. So get your belief in check the next couple of days. And very, very much, Sarah and I talk about this a lot with our team. You have to decide that you're going to do this with your business, and you're going to wholeheartedly, you're in. That's what you need to do. Because if you're not, it's not going to work. Plain and simple.
I agree, and I'm so thankful that I was included. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Teresa.
Yes, this is amazing.
I think we got this,
amazing
guys.
stuff.
We got this. We're gonna make this work, and we're gonna do big things this year. So
I'm really excited. I feel like this is actually kind of a form of director bound. And I know that we've all been in a director bound program before, and nod your heads if you just felt like there wasn't much accountability.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Weren't given much more. And I will have to say, we were very blessed in Puerto Rico when we sat with,
Stars aligned.
We
Yeah.
did. I mean, when they say you encounter people come into your life for a reason at the time you're needing them. God took us, our little group at this table, because we had a terrible table at that dinner, and we looked at the next table and was like, is that it? Y'all got seats available? You got room for us? And she said yes. And this girl has been, once we found out whose organization, she was very much open to sharing everything. And you're right, the stars aligned that night, and she has just been so gracious with this information. And I too have been asking for systems and different things like that. And this is, it's so easy. And it is, it's just, you have to make time for yourself. I mean, this is, you signed up to do Pampered Chef for a reason. Just dig deep, like Kelly said, dig deep.
Mhm. And you're always going to have those, we always talk about 80% of your team is going to be hobbyists and very part-time consultants. But what you need to be looking for when you're looking at those numbers is you need to be looking for, who are my business builders on my team? Who is going to want more from their business? And just really start looking at numbers. Because sometimes if you don't look at the numbers, you think that somebody is doing well in their business and growing, but really when you go back and look at numbers, they're not. So take a peek at your numbers. We need to do that once in a while. I remember when I was in New Director Academy, back when they used to do that, we'd go to home office. They would have us actually print out our reports, and they'd have us cover the names. And you would just look at the numbers. And sometimes it was because I'm like, oh, this person's going to be in my top 3. And like, I remember one of them wasn't, because then when I really looked back, and they were coming to meetings, they were doing the things, but really when it was showing in it wasn't. So sometimes you need to just have a check and look at things sometimes.
One of the things I learned from listening to Ellington actually talk to this program was that whether you're new or you've been here 6 years, I'm just going to speak for myself because I can't speak for anybody else, but we have to pour the belief into them, because you don't just join this company and automatically believe that you can do it. Like, I mean, Kelly will be 100% with you. Like, my belief was this in this company. And I kept having excuses of why it's not going to work, why I can't make it work. Like all kinds of things. And she believed in me enough to say, you can do this, Sarah, and you've got this. And, she partnered with me, and we worked like this for a long time. Mm-hmm. So you really do have to pour that belief into your people that you want to work with, because it's scary.
You're gonna see it before they do.
Right.
Mhm. So they need that like accountability from you to show them that. So yes, for sure. Dominique put in the chat to Sarah, she sent a message to Sarah and I. She's like I said, she's in a wedding today. So she's like, I gotta go. But she said, you know, can I see this like in printout or get an exact checklist of what I'm doing? That's what we're going to be putting in the chat. We're listing it out and it'll be in there so you know what your call to action is for the week. So don't like stress about that. And obviously we can get it to you again if needed, if you lose it in the thread or something. So yeah, we're not going to leave you astray that way. We'll have everything listed for you. Okay. But just,
I think-
start making calls or messages.
I think our plan
Get
is
going.
to make sure we put all the call to action at the as soon as we create the thread, message group, we're going to put all the call to action right up at the top. So don't comment in it until we get all the little things in there. And then that way it'll be right there, at the top of it. And there's also, you can search when you're in a message group. It's not really good at that, but you can click on the title, the name of the group, we'll name the group something or another, but you click there and you can see search and conversation. So you can,
Yeah.
but we want to, in the conversation, I will say this, I think we forgot to go over this. We want it to be like when you get a booking, put it in there, you utilize that scorecard, do a copy of it. If it's just a photo in your phone, you can edit the photo. Like, you don't even have to use PicMonkey. You can just edit the photo and just put an X in it with your finger, save it. But, cheer somebody on. If somebody's got a question, don't wait for one of us to answer. If you know the answer, pop in, or if you've got a suggestion, or if you got a booking and how you got a booking that might be a little different, then, share what you just did. But these bookings, all this is really designed for being, it's really simple things. We're not giving you, it's not crazy stuff. It's really simple things. And I will warn you that one YouTube is about an hour long. It's Alicia and Kelly Gore. And listen to it and take some notes because they do things completely different. One does all paper, one is very digital. And she'll share, and I learned how to do that digital thing, but there's some things that they talk about like RSVP messages. So you might have to rewind it, but I listened to it last night and I kept rewinding it and I was like, oh. And it, talked about, why you book early in the parties instead of at the end of the parties, so really listen to those and we'll do them. We'll get all that done first thing this morning. Like we can jump on there and, I can create the message group. I'm friends with everybody but Dominique. So I don't mind creating the message group and then Kelly and Sarah, you can add Dominique. But I'll just add all those links and actually just add what we just read. But really, watch that YouTube over and you can just save that YouTube, like bookmark it. Don't worry about having to go back to that message group. Bookmark it on your computer. And then that way just listen and listen and listen and listen and listen. And, be thankful that we are given this information. So thankful we're given this information.
Yep, exactly. So I think that's probably all we have for you guys then. So go start working on your 30 for today. Get on it.
And when you get your 30, go, oh my gosh, I sent my 30 messages. Throw that in there.
Send us a message. Yep.
Challenge each other, maybe buddy up with somebody, buddy up with everybody in there. And because that's what I met Kelly and I met Sarah because of, things like this. And
Donna, Sarah, Cheryl, are we staying on for a minute when we're done
Sure.
here? Okay. You guys can go start doing it. Okay. Thank you so much
You
for
got
joining us this
this.
morning. You got this. Yep. Thanks.
That's right. You got this.